Hello there, Amy Hetrick here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Mother's Day is coming up in just a few days, so I thought that what we would do is make a Mother's Day card. I have been in my sketchbook a lot the last few weeks, just drawing mamas and their babies, sometimes animal mamas and their babies. That's just how it is. When a theme goes around, I just work it out through my sketchbook. I will show you some of those things from my sketchbook in a little bit. But so what we're going to do is a cute little pop-up Mother's Day card where you just write Happy Mother's Day on it. It's probably backwards to you, but then on the inside is a little pop-up card. So I'm going to show you how to make a cute little pop-up card. And then you can, I'm going to show you how you can draw a mom and her baby, and then maybe add some hearts or whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. So all you will need is 2 pieces of, good drawing paper, not super thin, but fairly firm. And so 2 pieces for that, because you're going to need one for the card, and then you're going to need another one to do the inside pieces like this. And then grab pencils to draw with, or pen, whatever you want, and then color it with whatever you have that you enjoy, like colored pencils, crayons, markers. If you want to paint them, that's fine too. So just grab all of that. You'll also need, scissors and a glue stick. And I think that is about it. This is a friendly activity for kids. I've tried to give you guys activities for many ages. The only thing would be super small kids with the scissors, that you may need to supervise that or do that part for them. But other than that, so yeah, grab all your supplies and then come meet me at my art table. Okay, in order to make this Mother's Day card, I'm going to take a piece of paper. I'm going to take a full sheet of paper, and I'm going to cut it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in 2. Oh, got more than one piece here. I like to, when I'm going to cut a piece of paper in 2, I'm just going to go ahead and fold it. Give it a really nice crease. Make sure it's a good crease. Okay, and then I'm going to, you can either rip it or cut it. Since that doesn't seem to want to tear, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Okay. Now, like I said, if you want the outside of your card to be a different color, like a piece of construction paper or whatever, you may do that. But I'm going to just go ahead and keep it the same. So then I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with the second one. Is I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. And I'm going to see, and then what you're going to do is you're going to have it on the inside like that. Now you can make, if you want, you can make what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this one down, the inside one, and make it slightly smaller, just so that when it folds in half, it'll just lay nicer. Now obviously, if you want a ruler and you want to make super straight lines, go for it. I like to live life dangerously and wing it. So I'm just cutting just a little bit, not a lot. Make sure that you hold your both pieces of paper together, because mine shifted. I wasn't holding it tightly. And then do that. There you go. All right, that's the first step to do. Okay, now this next step is to make this part right here. We're making this, what is this called? The pop-up part. So how you do that is, like, again, you can, if you want to draw a line, we'll do that since most of you probably don't want to live life dangerously like me. Let me find a pencil. Okay, so you're going to go roughly about the center. I'm going to put my finger there to kind of give me, and I'm going to just draw a line to about kind of like halfway, not quite halfway. And I'm going to draw the same. So that's going to be the middle bump out. And then this part is up to you. If you just want one thing to pop out, like one big illustration in the center, you can do that, or you can add these other two little ones. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to scoot down a little ways and make another line. Same here. And I really don't worry about it being perfect. So if it's not straight, it is okay. Okay, so now I'm going to cut. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go down here. All right, I'm going to cut this piece off. Down and then across over to this line. Like if you need to draw that line, you're welcome to. Okay. Alrighty. And this card is fairly simple. A kid could do it if as long as they had instruction and some supervisions, especially with the scissors. Okay, so this is how it is, right? Okay, but in order, if you look at it, it's got to pop out. So we need these pieces to bend. Okay, so how you can do that is I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it forward. So let me show you how to do that. So make sure your little pieces are bumped up, and then you're going to fold it towards that line. Okay, kind of crease it. Okay, lift that up, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side, like that. Easy peasy. Okay, so then it's going to look like that. All right, super simple. Okay, so then the next thing is we're going to glue this down. And I'm just testing it to make sure it's popping up the way I want it to. I'm going to move that down a little bit so that you kind of play with it to make sure it's, because you want your pop-up to have room down here. So I'm going to kind of move this down some, like that. Okay, and that's where I'm going to glue it. Okay. Hello. This is like my favorite glue stick, is this brand. Glue sticks are can have the tendency to dry out real quick. This one is fantastic. It's the best glue stick I have ever used, so if you've never tried it, you should. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece, how it was folded, and I'm going to glue this part right here. Make sure you use a decent amount. Make sure you get the corners and the edges so that those don't pop out. Okay, and then you can go ahead and line it back up. and glue it down. And I always like to teach the kids, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's assured to make sure that assures it that it will stick. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. How fun. Count to, yep, just making sure it's going to fold down good. Okay, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Okay, and so that is your pop-up part. Make sure it's folded down there. Now, I'm not sure why that bent. I must have not laid something right. Anyway, if you don't want that pencil mark, you can go back and erase it, or just don't make those pencil marks, and however you want to do it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip. No, it doesn't really matter how you have it. Okay, so you're going to take that and you're just going to let that dry. So I'm going to put that aside. And then I'm going to take another piece of paper. Like I said, a second sheet of paper, and I'm going to make, this is a scrap. I'm going to show you how, see, I did this cute little mom and baby. This is me holding a baby. And I'll show you how I did that. You can draw, it's cute if you want to draw like your mom, or you have your kids draw what they think their mom looks like with the baby. So try to make it look how you want it to look, and if you're not sure how to do that, I have showed you where you can, I have a video on YouTube that shows you where you can take a picture and kind of draw it in this little cartoony style. So that is what I'm going to do. I'll show you real quick how I do it. Okay, so this is my basic face. I'm going to make sure that it's roughly this size, because I know that that will fit in the card. And you can take a ruler if you want, or I'm just going to do a line here on my paper. Okay, don't know how that got there. Erase that. Okie dokie. Now, this is how I draw my faces. Curved line down to the neck. Curved line down to the neck, and then I'm gonna scoop the arms around. I'm gonna put one arm up here like she's holding the baby. I do fingers super easy. I do the thumb and then just straight lines for the fingers. Doesn't matter if it has 3 or 4. Like, people, your eye realizes that there is a whole hand there. So if it's not perfect, it's okay. And then I'm gonna do the other hand, do the same thing. There, see? And if I'm ever going too fast, you can rewind, pause it, and go back. Okay, so now we're gonna draw from the elbow down. And the elbow, and that's like the shirt or dress. Okay, now we're going to draw the cute little baby. The baby, all you need is a little curved and a little boop for the nose, and then curved down. And then the rest of them's going to be curved around and in a covered, swaddled in a nice, warm, cozy blanket. And most babies sleeping, so I'm going to put a little U-shaped eye and a little dash for the lips, and a little bit of hair. My babies are usually bald. Okay, and there's the shirt. All right, now, since she's kind of like looking at her baby like, oh, aren't you so cute? I'm gonna do like kind of like she's looking down, so I'm doing the little U shapes. And then my little nose that I do, where it goes straight line down and bump it out. And a little smile, because your babies are so cute and you're super happy. And I have glasses, so I'm drawing glasses. But if you don't have glasses, or your mom doesn't have glasses, then don't draw the glasses. It's however you want to do it. Okay. And then me and my crazy curly hair. There we go. Okay. Now you can come, at this point, you can come and you can color it with markers, colored pencils, whatever. I'm just going to keep it super simple, and I'm going to color my hair with the pencil. Because I've been into that, like, kind of black and white or monochrome look with just a splash of color. Kind of liking that right now. It's the phase I'm kind of going through. Go through artist phases where sometimes I like lots of color, sometimes I don't like a whole lot of color. And that's what's good about art, is you can just play around, and depending on your mood is what you want to do. All right. Okay. So I think I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna use this, just a splash of color. I'm gonna do a little bit of pink on the cheeks. Pink on the cheeks. Cute. Now, depending if your baby is boy or girl, you can, you know, color the blanket how you want. I am supposed to be having a grandson in the summer, which I'm excited about, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do this blanket blue. Or you can do whatever you want, whatever color. And I'm just going to keep it simple. If you wanted to go and do full-on color, go for it. Okay, so now I'm going to take that piece and I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to take my time and go all the way around it so it really pops out. Now, if you didn't want to do, you know, mom and her baby, you can do whatever. Maybe your mom likes flowers, and you could draw like a bunch of flowers that pop out. Or one big heart with a big message, or whatever. It's, you know, sky's the limit. Maybe she likes a cats, or a dog, and maybe you can draw that. And I think that on my YouTube channel, I have videos on how to draw some of those. I know I have one to do cats. I know I have one to do dogs. So you can look at those if you need help. Okay, so I have that. And I'm going to go ahead and take my card. And we're going to have to do there. So see how she's going to, the bottom of her is going to sit right here. So I make sure that it folds all the way down. If you go too high up, it might not fit in your card. It might pop out. So you got to make sure it goes all the way down to this little fold here. So I find it's best to put the glue on this piece here. Okay. And I'm going to hold it for the counts of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay. You see? Oh. Oh. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I'm going to put hearts. I liked that I did that, because what I'm going to do is, this is where you can make it really special. You can write little messages on the hearts to make it extra. So how I did the hearts, to see how I added some color, this is what I did, is I took my piece of paper and I used colored pencil, but you can use marker. In fact, I think I'll use marker today. And I am going to, let me find a good pink. I like pink. Ooh, that's kind of a soft, subtle pink. Does that go with that blue? Yeah. Let's see, what other pinks do I have? Actually don't have a whole lot of pinks. That's kind of a peachy. Which one do I like better? Kind of like the small B one. Okay, talk to myself when I do art, sorry. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a rectangle. I know I don't need that huge paper, so I'm not really concerned about getting stuff on my mat. This is protect my desk, so, and then I'm just gonna color. Like I said, you can use crayons, or would be great, colored pencils, paint if you want, or you can use construction paper. That would be a good choice too. Or if you have scrapbook paper, you know, whatever you hand, like whatever's on hand. What's nice about making homemade cards is you don't have to, you just use what you have. And people love homemade cards. You know why? Because it just says that you took the time to stop out of your busy schedule and make them something. And to me, that means a lot more. Somebody took the time. You know, I love store-bought cards too, because some of them are really cool, but handmade cards are always just shows that extra step that you took some time. Okay, now this is what you can do. So that you don't see the lines, flip over your paper and you can draw your heart. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm taking in consideration, I don't want my heart to pop out of the sides. So I'm looking at it and kind of eyeballing what size to make the heart. It's got to be fairly small. Okay, and now I'm going to cut those out. It's a little wonky, but I'm not too concerned. Wonky hearts are cute to me. Alright. Not really following the line because I saw that I kind of messed up, so I fixed it. There, and I flipped it. Good, no lines. Okay, so, and then this is where it's up to you what you want to do. I am going to write little messages. I'm going to write, I love you. On this one, I'm going to write number 1, Mama. Whatever you want to do. See, special little pop-up messages. And then I always put the lid back on your pen so they don't dry out. Okay. Then I'm going to glue this on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I did not do that how I should have done it because now it's really sticky on that side. And if I close my card, it would stick to this paper. So I just need to put a little bit of glue on this part, just right in the center. And then stick that one to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. And now you close it. Can't see it on the outside, but then when you open it up, it's a special little pop-up. And you can use this part of your card to write even more special messages to your mom. Mamas never get tired of hearing how special they are. And then I'm going to show you how to do the front. Now, I probably should have done this part first before I glued this part on. And the reason being is you now have textures. I can feel all of the bumps, and that might drive some people crazy. might drive me crazy, but I'm not gonna worry about it. So if you want to go, if on yours you want to do the outside of your card first and then glue this piece in, that would probably be better. Okay, I'm going to, what did I do on mine? Happy Mother's Day. You could, goodness gracious, I'm a mess over here. Hold on, stop and clean up. Okay, now. All right, I'm going to do Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to do it a little bit different color since I was using blue on the end, light blue. I'm going to do happy in this color. You could do it however, whatever color kind of writing you write. I'm going to do some just kind of block letters. And I'm not concerned if it's not exactly centered. If you care about that, by all means, get the ruler out, do what you want to do. But I just eyeball things. That shows me that it's handmade, is when things aren't perfect. Okay. So there's happy. I'm going to switch colors. I liked that dark blue. Okay. Happy Mother's Day. And I don't know how many times I panic when I'm writing a card because the thing that pops up in my head is thinking that I've misspelled something. So by all means, you know, pull up your little dictionary on your phone or whatever and make sure you spelled things correctly before you start. Okay, mothers. Mother's Day. I'll see my dark one. I'll do this one in cursive. Okay, now you can do this little scallop design I did on the end, or you can do whatever you want. I think I might take, wait, I thought that was blue. That's the gray one. You could sit there and just do dots. However you want to do it. Any kind of pattern you might like. The colored dots kind of look cute. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that across the bottom. Oops. Sometimes markers go rogue. Don't panic if that happens. Nobody cares. Doesn't have to be perfect. And there you go. Oh, I like that. Fun. I kind of want a little bit more contrast though, since that matches that. I'm going to outline this. And you don't have to do that, but it just kind of looked like it needed it to me, so that's what I'm going to do. Super fun. Now this little pop-up card is perfect for Mother's Day, but you could do it for anything. You could do it for birthday cards. Just thinking of you. You can do the same concept with the different types of pictures on the inside. So use your imagination and get creative. And there you go. And I'm going to call that a day. And I should have let this dry before I did that because it was sticking. Okay, so here we go. Happy Mother's Day, and then you open up and there's your pretty little illustration. Super fun, perfect for Mother's Day. I hope you enjoyed this little artsy craftsy project with me, and I hope you decide to make one for yourself and give it to your mom or your grandma or maybe a special neighbor that you know or whoever. and maybe it'll brighten their day. Well, you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.